Foxborough, Mass. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Baltimore Ravens and the New England Patriots. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25.
Let's go.
On first down, it's Purdy. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27.
So if you're going to play charades at home, make sure you grab him, because for a running back, he sure did a pretty good wide receiver impression there. Going to line up in the slot to the left side, and a lot of times, as we well know, running back routes aren't as crisp as wide receiver routes, but this one, more than adequate for that play.
And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Under pressure, they got him again. Aaron Donald with a sack. They'll make that a second sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play, as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down. Went backwards. It's third and very long. Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Boy, just zero hesitation from the rookie passer there, partner. He is coming out firing in this opening quarter.
And all the talk leading into this game was that pass rush, talking about challenging this guy, getting into his grill, getting into his space. And how about him? Might be his first year in the NFL, but I don't see any fear in him at all. How about that big-time throw right out of the gate?
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. First down, Howell. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's second down.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
Howell throwing on third down here. And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got him the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's second down.
A 1-yard gain could look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
And he's going to take this down close to the first as he's brought down at the Patriots 38. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Back to throw. Purdy. Got a man. It's Waddle complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Adam Thielen with career touchdown number 60. And the Ravens have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together.
Oh, batted at the line and intercepted. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all 3 phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick 6.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the second quarter.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
2nd and 10, Howell. Open man is Raymond. He's got it. And some room to maneuver. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit, and that might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Howell to the air on 1st and 10. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
To throw again on 2nd down. Howell. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 16. A nice pickup of 17 yards. 21-0 our score after 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And once more, Howell back to the air. Throw caught by Raymond. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a 1st.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Howell now to throw it. This will be caught at about the 6. And the Patriots are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
But with the score where it is, you're not thinking field goals right now. You need touchdowns. So that was a much-needed conversion there on 3rd down.
They'll run on 1st down with Dallas. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Here's Howell. At the 4. A touchdown saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. this one in. Touchdown, Patriots. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there's never a doubt in our minds we're going to be successful in this one.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's second down. 19. Left side, he finds Pierce. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Down, they'll run with Gotw. The result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll go right back to the longer. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he will have a Ravens first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Brock Purdy with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field, and it took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now he'll look to throw it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Howell. Open man, Parham. He's got him. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks. He seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making...
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. 2nd down, Howell now. They have pressure coming, and they got him once again. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gotw, getting set for quarter number 2. The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the 3rd quarter is underway. This one taken just inside the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Back to throw, Howell. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage. And
it is intercepted at the goal line. And the Ravens are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had the big halftime lead. Their defense just helped them out further by forcing the turnover, so things are starting to look pretty rosy.
They certainly are, but they've got to be careful about getting complacent, though. They still need to go out and run their offense efficiently.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Another run now for New England. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On second down, here's Gotw. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 75 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Gotw going to get it on the counter. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. Offensive line right now really freeing up the rushing lanes on this drive.
And we have to give them props. They've earned them. But these big runs that we're seeing, they don't result without everyone else being involved as well. Blocking on the perimeter has to take place downfield too.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he's going to take this down close to the first as he's brought down at the Patriots 17. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Purdy looking to throw on first down here. Throw here, that's complete. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. 2nd and 2, first down marker at the 5-yard line. Straight ahead, here's Gotw. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. They'll look to run with Gotw. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Kene Gotw, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Lutz good on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he'll back up a few steps as he'll make the fair catch at about the 8-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Throwing here, Howell. Over the middle here, it's hauled in by Watson. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. is caught. He's got his running back downfield. And he is going to pick up a Patriots first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on fourth down. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the fourth down conversion. It's Howell with another throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Howell, another throw on second down. Out to the right and complete to Pittman. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I've thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to 1.
Howell looking to throw again. And that is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Faking the handoff. Howell. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Ravens are going to take over here up near the 40. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Through 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
Let's go. I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Birdie off the play fake. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Patriots are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
And the tough thing is when he goes back and reviews the film, he'll see that he already escaped the pocket. He could have gotten more himself by using his legs, and that might have been the better choice there instead of challenging the zone. A miscalculation on his part, and he pays for it with the interception.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
2nd down throw for Howell. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Pittman. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he will bring this back. It's up.
Daddy. Um, supposed to have that one. Let me change that. Daddy.
When 21-year-old Shannon Christian and 23-year-old Christopher Newsom didn't show up for their best friend's birthday party in Knoxville, Tennessee one Saturday night, their friends knew right away that something was wrong. The couple loved to socialize and had been about to make their way to the party just an hour earlier. So where were they, and why were they not answering their phones? Less than 72 hours later, Tennessee would be left reeling from not one, but two of the most horrific torture slayings in its history. This is Monsters. Shannon Gail Christian was born on April 29, 1985 in Nacogdoches, Texas, where her parents lived with her older brother Chase. Shannon and Chase were especially doted upon as their parents had been told they would never have children. When Shannon was 12 years old, she moved with her family to Knoxville, Tennessee, where she lived a perfectly middle-class upbringing surrounded by friends, family, and a strong community. Her childhood was loving and stable, and she was close with both of her parents, but especially her mother, Dina. Shannon was always a fun-loving and gentle girl who could light up a room. She had lots of friends and was the one they all ran to with their problems, as she was a great listener and offered level-headed advice. Shannon loved people, and she wanted to understand more about what made people tick, and so naturally, when the time came to go to college, she chose sociology as her major. While most kids couldn't wait to get away from their parents, Shannon chose a university which meant she could live at home so she could see her mother every day. There was little that the pair didn't discuss, including Shannon's dream of a beautiful wedding and having exactly 4 kids when she was ready to settle down. Shannon was also fiercely independent and wanted to make her own way in the world, so while she was studying, she also worked 2 jobs. In the months before her murder, she proudly saved up enough to purchase a shiny silver Toyota 4Runner SUV as a reliable vehicle to get her to and from classes and work. The vehicle was her pride and joy. She could never have imagined it would become pivotal in her own murder. Hugh Christopher Newsom Jr. was born on September 21, 1983 in Knoxville, Tennessee. Chris's arrival was hugely unexpected for his parents. They had assumed their child-raising years were over, seeing as their other children were all grown and living lives of their own, but he was a deeply loved surprise nonetheless. From day one, he was known by his middle name, Christopher, or more often, Chris. He was a sweet boy and a bundle of energy from the moment he awoke until his head hit the pillow. From an early age, Chris loved sports, and he was particularly talented at baseball. He also loved to make things with his hands, and when he was old enough, he took up woodworking and began making gifts for his family and friends. When Chris reached his teenage years, he decided to train to become a motorcycle mechanic, given his personal interest in motorbikes. But it didn't take long for him to feel the pull back to using his hands to create, and he left his job to study carpentry professionally. As an adult, Chris continued to enjoy sports and the outdoors. He played baseball, golf, and tennis, and loved to go fishing whenever he had the chance. But it was Chris's kindness that left the biggest impression on others. He was the first to go and talk with someone who was being left out or bullied. In high school, he asked the dateless homecoming queen to the dance so she didn't have to go alone. And like Shannon, he was the first person his friends called for help or advice. In 2006, when Shannon was 21 and Chris was 23, they were introduced to each other after their parents met through mutual friends. The pair hit it off right away and began to spend all of their spare time together. Chris talked about Shannon any time he got, and Shannon did the same. Their dates were usually spent outdoors, and one of their favorite pastimes was to play a round of golf together, talking endlessly during the long walks between holes. Shannon had grown up with golf, and after years of following her dad and brother around the course, she had decided she wanted to play too. She was a great match for Chris on and off the green. Their relationship became more serious. They talked about getting married and having a family. His parents, and they too agreed the pair brought out the best in each other and had a bright future together. It was a future that would be stolen from them both in the most horrific way. On the evening of Saturday, January 6, 2007, Shannon and Chris had plans to go out for dinner together and then attend a close friend's birthday party. Shannon drove to a friend's place to get ready for the date while her friends prepared for the party. She packed her outfit into a bag and drove to the Washington Ridge Apartments and left her 4Runner in the designated parking spot. The plan was that Chris would meet her there and they would go to dinner and her friends would head directly to the party. After dinner, Shannon and Chris would head over to join the celebration. At 8 p.m., Shannon's friends left and waved goodbye, promising to catch up with her later on. Not long after Shannon's birthday, Chris arrived to collect her. He was running late as he had dropped a friend off at the same party on his way to pick her up. He was apologetic for Chris and Shannon would ever experience, but theirs would not be quick and painless deaths. The following hours of their lives would be filled with pain, torture, and horrors, the likes which Tennessee had never experienced before. The morning of January 7th, Shannon's mother, Dina, awoke with an uneasy feeling. When she checked her daughter's room, she found that Shannon hadn't returned home the night before as planned. On Dina's phone were a number of missed calls from unknown numbers, but Dina wanted to check on Shannon before following up on the calls. But no matter how many times she called her daughter's phone, it went straight to voicemail. It was then that Dina rang back some of the unknown numbers. To her surprise, the call was picked up immediately, and the person on the other end identified themselves as one of Shannon's friends from the party the night before. What they shared worsened the growing sense of unease, which had been a constant companion since Dina awoke. At the party the night before, the